Hello, and welcome to another Media Side review. Today I'm going to be talking about Winnie the Pooh. Went and saw it today, and I must say, I do love this film. In the cast, we have John Cleese as a narrator, and if you're a Monty Python fan, that name will surely be familiar. He does a great job narrating the story. It all flows together when he's talking, and the characters interact with him. Flows together really nicely. He does a great job narrating the story. We have Jim Cummings. He's back voicing the characters of Pooh and Tigger. He's done previous works on Winnie the Pooh as Pooh and Tigger, so he's back. So is Travis Oates as Piglet. So those two are the two remaining people who lent their voices before on Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, Jim Cummings does a great job as both Pooh and Tigger. And so does Travis Oates. It reminds me very much so of watching the videos when I was younger. They still continue to do an excellent job. With the new cast, you have Bud Lucky as Eeyore, and he does just an absolute fantastic job as Eeyore. It's really down, gloomy. You just really get that sense, he's depressed. Just nothing will please him, and he pulls that off quite nicely. Then you have Craig Ferguson as the owl, and he does an amazing job. And actually, when I was watching it, I forgot that it was Craig Ferguson who was voicing the owl. He does a great job at it. And then you have Kristen Anderson Lopez as Kanga, and her son, Rue, who's voiced by Wyatt Dean Hall. They both do... The voice acting here is amazing, but hats off, really, to Tom Kenny, who plays Rabbit. Tom Kenny, you're familiar with him being SpongeBob. He's got an amazing voice, and he can do pretty much anything he wants with his voice, and he's continues to do an amazing job, especially in this film. Anyway, Stephen J. Anderson is the director/writer, and accompanying him is Don Hall, who also directed this film. So the plot is, it's just a normal day in the 100-acre woods. Christopher Robin's out helping his friends, and they're having an adventure. It starts off, Eeyore has lost his tail, and Pooh is hungry. He wants some honey. So Pooh's looking around. He finds Eeyore, who's lost his tail. So they decide all the creatures get together, and they decide to hold a contest to see who can find the best tail for Eeyore. Well, as they're out trying to find the tail, Christopher Robin has to leave, and when they try to go to him, Pooh finds a note that says, "Gone out, busy, back soon," which Pooh takes to Owl. Owl interprets it as Christopher Robin has been kidnapped, and there's a character called Backson who has taken Christopher Robin hostage. So the rest of the movie is the characters trying to find Christopher Robin and get him back. The story in it is really well developed. It flows nicely from beginning to end, and it's just great. I mean, watching it, there was a few slow parts in the middle, but and when they started singing, that was kind of like, okay, let's get back to the adventure. But other than that, it was a great story, very much in the fashion of Winnie the Pooh, and just having that good old clean adventure fun, going out, just exploring and trying to accomplish something, really brought back memories. The music in here was really good, even though I said the musicals do get a little slow, but they are kind of catchy, and they're short, not even like a minute. Like, I think the longest one's like a minute or so. So it's not that big of a deal, but the music does. It's like, okay, let's get back to the action. Not action, but the story. The animation in here, it's classic 2D hand-drawn animation. They didn't try to, rape our childhood by turning Pooh into 3D and making it all big budget. Nope, it's just 2D hand-drawn animation, and it looks phenomenal. Getting into my negative comments, this is a short film. When it started off, there's a little 5-minute short that has nothing to do with Winnie the Pooh, but it's cute. It's about the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland, and it's really cute. I didn't have any complaints about it, but it was like, alright, I came here to see Winnie the Pooh, and they kind of boosted this 10-minute film into the front of that. I was like, okay, whatever. Then you get into the action, and total, this movie says it's 63 minutes, but after that little 5-minute thing, it's only 58 minutes long. So it's a short film. So as soon as you're like getting into it, it's like it's done. So you're just in there like, man, I wish this was longer. It's just a little short. And like I said before, the music, when it gets into the musical part, it's like, okay, let's get back to the adventure and trying to find Christopher Robin. For my media side rating, I give this a damn good film. It's solid. I really enjoyed watching it. It's definitely going to be something I buy on Blu-ray when it comes out. And just, yeah, it's great. So tune in to MediasideProductions.com for further reviews. Bye.